Hi, Christy. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to see who else hops on. If you see me moving kind of stiffly, I apologize. I put a muscle between my shoulder blades while I was taking a shower, and it hurts really bad. So I apologize if I'm looking like I'm in pain, because I am. Hi, Casey. If the music that I have playing in the background on my TV is too loud, please let me know. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Emily. Alright. So I did post in the event the items that would be needed for this. I went ahead and prepared a few things ahead of time, just because the amount of time that it takes to actually make a Poppet. No, you're good, Christy. It definitely wasn't that. No worries. I was actually trying to pull my towel up over the back of me to dry my back, and as I did, it pulled everything from like the back of the base of my head down to like right above the bottom of my shoulder blades. So that's rough. No worries, all good. Hi, Carolyn. Okay, so obviously the live tonight is how to make a Poppet. In particular, this Poppet is a weight loss Poppet. I have been struggling with some weight since COVID happened. I've put on quite a bit of weight, and I'm not happy with it. There have been some medical issues that have contributed to it. Apologize, I'm pulling my dog's little bed over here to sit on. It might help my back a bit. Sorry. Okay. So the Poppet tonight is a weight loss Poppet. I've struggled with some weight issues. Medical reasons. I'm not able to lose it like I would like to. And I felt that this was necessary for myself, and I'm hoping that anybody else who can benefit from it will also do so. You want to do this particular Poppet 3 nights before the full moon, hence why I'm doing this. I'm starting this tonight. You will do this over the course of the next 3 days leading up to the full moon. You want to start out by casting a circle, which I did. My room is always essentially a circle. This is where I have my Hecate altar. That is where we are currently, is working on my Hecate altar. It's been rough. Hi, Serenity. Hi, Jennifer. Yeah, it's been a struggle, that's for sure. But I'm working at my Hecate altar. You want to work with whichever deity you see fit. If you don't have a deity, that's okay too. Make yourself a little sacred space, cast a circle, and invoke your goddess, invoke the universe, invoke Gaia, whoever it is that you work with. You want to invoke them, which I have already done. Make sure your materials, you have a dark blue candle for the goddess, you have a gold candle for the god, you have a red candle, rose petals, cotton balls, or the cotton stuffing like this. I'm using the stuffing instead of cotton balls. Cloth, the color of your skin. this isn't white, this is like the color of my skin. I have went ahead and already cut out my Poppet pattern, and I have sewed the majority of it. The bottom of it is open, so I am able to stuff it. I went ahead and prepared that in advance, as well as all of the herbs that I will be using for this. You're going to want red thread and needle, cloth the color of your skin, your scissors, a calming and soothing incense. I am using Spirit Guide incense, which is this here. It smells amazing. You want, if you're not able to leave your Poppet layout on your altar, you'll want a piece of clean white linen that you can wrap your Poppet into at the end of each day. I can leave mine on my altar, so I don't have a use for the linen, so I did not grab that. You're going to need a bowl of water. I have charged water here. This is moon water. And a bowl of salt. I've got salt here. You're going to want a cauldron for burning. And then you're going to want your herbs that you will be using. I use a variety of herbs. The herbs that I used, I used lemon verbena for new beginnings. I used mistletoe for beauty. I used hibiscus for attraction. I used rose hips for self-confidence. I used St. John's wort for willpower. I used hawthorn for self-acceptance. I used patchouli for personal growth. Calendula for favorable outcomes. Elderberry for wishes fulfilled. Star anise for success. Rosemary for happiness and health. Lady's mantle for transformation. Mullein for self-control. Meadowsweet for self-confidence. Motherwort for motivation. Echinacea for confidence. And I also put in some bloodroot for symbolism of my blood. You will also want some of your own personal effects, such as fingernails. I am actually going to pull at my fingernail until I pull one off. And then I am going to use a little bit of my hair as well. You could use your own blood. Fingernail going in with. You could use a little bit of your own blood if you would like. I'm not into cutting myself, so that's why I decided to use bloodroot. Hair, nails. I wouldn't really advise another nail. I wouldn't advise liquid inside of a Poppet. So I wouldn't put no spit or no urine or anything like that. Hi, Kirsten. And then I'm gonna wait to put my hair in until I'm closer to being done with the Poppet. And that came out pretty easy. I just pulled a little bit of hair out of my head. And it's alright, trust me, I have plenty and it did not hurt. There were no Cathys harmed in the making of this video, I promise. I'm gonna set this over here so I know where it is. Alright, so as I stated, you want to start this 3 nights before the full moon. Cast a circle and invoke your deity. You'll begin by constructing the doll. This is my outline of my doll. Hi, Jody. You'll want the doll to resemble you. You could cut it in a pattern that is the shape of your body or how you may see yourself. As you are sewing the doll, I've got my needle and thread here. As I stated, I have already sewn the majority of it. I'm going to pick up where I left off here. Did this way. This way. I hope the music is alright for everybody. Because I need to tie another knot in there. That's a bigger needle than I was using. But as you're sewing, you're going to want to, hi Gina, you will want to chant. You can create your own chant, which it's always advised to create your own whenever you're doing any sort of magical working. Sorry, I gotta tie another couple of knots in here. I'm using a wee bit bigger needle than I started with. And I can never, I swear, it never fails. I can never get the knot in the same place each time I go to tie it. So as you're sewing, you want to repeatedly chant your chant to show that your poppet is you. You want to get that message out there to your deity, to the universe, that this, no worries, Gina, we're just getting started, that this is the embodiment of you. So I have been chanting, and I will continue to chant. You can say it out loud, or you can say it in your head, whatever appeases you. Where did I leave off? Here, okay. I have been saying, Kathy, as this I see. Kathy, you represent me. And you'll say it over and over again as you are sewing your poppet. Kathy, as this I see. Kathy, you represent me. Kathy, as this I see. Kathy, you represent me. Gonna do a few more because I don't want to bore you guys sitting here watching me sew this. Please don't get tangled. I hope everybody has had a good weekend. And no, I am not ready to go back to work tomorrow. I had to work for a couple hours today and I was not happy about it. And I got my thread tangled up, so I'm going to cut that because I'm not fighting with it. Blah. Okay. So as you're sewing it, as I stated, you want to repeatedly say your chant over and over again. So as you're sewing it, it is getting the message that this is the embodiment of you. And you want to leave an opening anywhere in the doll that you see fit to stuff it. You want to, you can stuff it, you'll be stuffing it with the cotton or the cotton balls. the herb mixture, which is here, anything that represents you, your personal effects, such as your fingernails, your hair, your blood. And then we will place the doll here underneath our red candle for energy and action and passion to your spell. You are welcome to have as many candles as you would like. I have my Hecate candle going. I have a candle for each of my elements, my deity candles, my incense. I like, ooh, that hurts. I like to have my altar lit up by candlelight whenever I'm doing some workings at my altar. So you want your altar should be set with your candles lit, your elements represented with your bowl of salt for earth, your bowl of charged water for water, your incense for air, and your red candle for fire. Your God and Goddess candles, which is tonight, it is the dark blue and the gold. And anything else, including any items that represent health and beauty to you on a personal level. I don't have anything additional that represents health and beauty to me. No, I don't have anything that represents health and beauty to me. Aside from, I have a poster board of photos of myself when I felt I was much healthier than what I currently am. So that to me is a vision of what I am trying to get myself back to, the healthier version of me. All right, so we have the doll basically constructed with the end of it open to be able to stuff it. I will sew this more at some point. So this is the doll. You'll want to mix your herbs. I have all of mine already here in my mortar and pestle. You want to charge the herbs as you blend them. You can use about a teaspoon of each, more or less, whichever. Could I blend holy water and moon water? Yes, I don't see why not. As you mix your herbs, I got a lot of herbs in here. You want to do this 3, 6, or 9 times. I have already crushed them, so I'm going to set this aside just because of how big it is, and I got a whole lot of herbs in there. I don't want to make a mess with my herbs. So I am actually going to use the key that, if you had watched my previous lives, this was the key that called Hecate to me, or called me to Hecate, I should say. So I am going to mix this with Hecate's key. As I state, herbs of health and beauty fair, I stir and mix and blend with care. Essence now come into me, lend your power, so mote it be. You want to do this in a clockwise motion because it brings things to you versus stirring in a counterclockwise, which can move things away from you. Again, you want to do this 3, 6, or 9 times, chanting each time. Herbs of health and beauty fair, I stir and mix and blend with care. Essence now come into me, lend your power, so mote it be. Herbs of health and beauty fair, I stir and mix and blend with care. Essence now come into me, lend your power, so mote it be. I'm going to do this 6 times just for good measure and because it is one of Hecate's numbers. Herbs of health and beauty fair, I stir and mix and blend with care. Essence now come into me, lend your power, so mote it be. Herbs of health and beauty fair, I stir and mix and blend with care. Essence now, come into me, lend your power, so mote it be. Herbs of health and beauty fair, I stir and mix and blend with care. Essence now, come into me, lend your power, so mote it be. Nice little herb mixture here. Okay, so now comes time for stuffing the doll. I am also going to add some rose quartz little tumbled chips for self-love. I am going to add some bloodstone sand to boost my self-esteem. And I'm also going to add some malachite sand for transformation. And then I'm going to add some clear quartz to amplify the malachite, the rose quartz, and the bloodstone. Now I am going to add a little bit, I'll use my blend of Hecate oil that I made for Hecate. When you are mixing and making these blends, you use what you see fit. You don't have to use everything that I use. You use what calls to you. What is bloodstone sand and also malachite sand? Please have not heard of that before. It is literally the stones. This is bloodstone ground down very fine into a sand, almost like a powder. Same thing with the malachite. It is the stone. It is just ground down extremely fine to a sand texture. It's very, very, very fine. And it has the exact same properties that the tumble or the stone itself would have. It's just ground down to be able to easily go inside of herb mixtures like this or inside of spell bottles. I absolutely love the stone sands, and I highly recommend, if you are able to find them, to purchase some of them, especially if you do a lot of spell jars. All right, so to stuff the doll, at this point, you will want to put the herb mixture in the areas of your body. Thank you. I love that. That is what is so great about these videos. You learn so many new things. Absolutely. That's what we're here for. I'm glad to hear it. You're going to put the herbs in the doll in the areas that you feel are healthy. So say you need to lose your bat wings here in your arms. You won't want to put the herbs in that section. My face, as much as I would like some of it to change, I'm going to stuff this whole section with herbs. It may not always be easy to stuff your poppet. Have some patience, and it will all come together. If you have something that you can use to help push your herbs and your stuffing into the doll in the various areas that you need it, you're also welcome to use anything that could assist with stuffing the doll. As a matter of fact, I am going to use my wand to assist, to make sure that everything is going in the areas I need it to go to. So again, you want to stuff the poppet with the herbs in the areas that are healthy. I'm thinking of a martini stirring spoon. That works too. So I have my herbs here in the head of my poppet. I'm not going to add that just yet. As you're doing this, you want to say, though separate you are, we are linked as one. As Kathy, your life has begun. Though separate you are, we are linked as one. As Kathy, your life has begun. And then the cotton you want to put in the areas that you feel needs the most work, such as your batwing arms, possibly if you have a little bit of extra weight here you want to get rid of, in your midsection, in your legs, in your booty, anywhere that you feel you want to lose the weight, you would put the cotton in those sections instead of the herbs. And again, you can use this type of cotton, or you can use cotton balls, whichever it is you see fit to use. Stuffing the arms is not the easiest part. I honestly feel the bigger the poppet, the better off you are, because then you have more room for stuffing everything. Girl, do you. Eat, boo-boo, eat. Alright, I definitely have to do some more sewing on this because it's starting to come apart. So I'm going to continue stuffing it. And then I'm going to sew it. So my problem areas are my stomach area, my upper thighs, little bit of a turkey neck, and my bat wings here. So those are the areas that I am stuffing with the cotton. All the other areas that I do not feel are problem areas will be stuffed with the herbs. And remember, as you're doing so, you want to chant, though separate you are, we are linked as one. As Kathy, your life has begun. Obviously, you don't want to say my name. You will say your own name. I have been in and out of the live. My boys are definitely feeling better and not settling tonight, but I will have to fully rewatch the parts I am missing. No worries, love. And I have a book recommendation, almost like I almost always do. Once we finish up here, at least assembling, and I give the rest of the instructions, I will share my book recommendation with you guys. So I have the areas, problem areas, pretty well stuffed with the cotton. And now I am going to finish stuffing the herbs and my crystals and the rest of the poppet. Though separate you are, we are linked as one. As Kathy, your life has begun. Though separate you are, we are linked as one. As Kathy, your life has begun. She's upside down, but there she is. She's not sealed, so I don't want to turn her upside or right side up. Here we go. Wait a second. There we go. You want to consecrate now that she's finished being stuffed, even though she's not sewn all the way. You're going to take the rest of your herbs that you do not stuff in the doll and you're going to put them in your cauldron because you're going to burn them. So now that it is stuffed, I'm still going to hold her upside down just so I don't lose the stuffing. You want to consecrate the doll by saying, with earth, I consecrate this doll as Kathy. Sprinkle a little bit of salt over the doll. With air, I consecrate this doll. and you'll pass it through the incense smoke with air. I consecrate this doll. With fire, I consecrate this doll. You want to pass this over the candles. Be sure not to hold it too close. You do not want to light your Poppet on fire. With fire, I consecrate this doll as Kathy. And then a little bit of charged water. You're going to sprinkle it over the doll, saying the same thing. With water, I consecrate this doll as Kathy. With water, I consecrate this doll as Kathy. If you have a little dropper, you could use a drop or two instead of putting your fingers in there and then letting it drip over the top. Now at this stage, you want to attune to the doll. You want to feel and know that the doll is you. You can let your doll, as I stated, you can let your doll sit on the altar undisturbed, or you can wrap it, if you cannot leave it out on an altar undisturbed, you can wrap it in a white cloth and store it so it will not be disturbed until tomorrow, when you will continue with step 2. Now, tomorrow night, on the waning, we will be banishing fat. You will set your altar just as you did tonight, and then you'll begin to remove the cotton from the doll, placing it in your cauldron in your fireproof dish. Make sure that's good. And concentrate on its burning, saying, fat unwanted, fat unneeded, fat now gone, fat unheeded. Burn up quickly in the flame, leave behind no excess weight or bane. Fat now banished from my sight, fat sheds off both day and night, leaving only health behind, tied with beauty and herbs that bind. Fat is banished away from me, and as my will, so mote it be. So that's what you'll want to do on night 2. Take the cotton out, place it in the cauldron with your herbs, light that on fire, and state this chant. Once you have removed and burned a third of the cotton, put your candles out. Pinch them out. Don't blow them out. Pinch out your candles or snuff them out. And leave the doll on the altar or wrap it in the white linen again. And store it away until the following night. You're going to do this for 3 nights in a row until all the cotton and herb is removed. On the 3rd night, after burning the last of the fat, burn the leftover herb mixture as you sew up the rest of the doll, closing the opening with red thread. So you're not going to close this until after the 3rd night doing this. And you'll leave your herb mixture inside. I didn't create a chat for this live, but I will go back into the event and I will put that in there, or you can replay it and write it down so you have it. So again, on the 3rd night, after burning the last of the fat, which is the cotton, you'll burn the leftover herb mixture. So I apologize, I was wrong. I've read too far ahead. You'll want to take the herb mixture and put that aside. And you'll burn just the cotton tomorrow night. And then on the 3rd night, you will burn the rest of the herbs. And you'll seal up the poppet with the herbs that are inside of the poppet. You'll leave those in there and you'll seal up your poppet. And then you will wrap the doll in clean white linen and keep in a special place where it will not be disturbed. You can repeat the spell each waning moon to the full moon as many times as you feel you need to. I am going to write my weight down after the third night of doing this, and I will keep track of my weight for the next month to see, to see my progress from doing the weight loss Poppet. And you guys are welcome to do it any way you'd like, but this is the way that I have always done any type of Poppet that requires more than just one night of assembling it. The fact that this is a 3-night project, you want to make sure you're able to do this each night for the next 3 nights. You started tonight with the assembling of it, the mixing of the herbs, and you'll want to set your altar up tomorrow night and the next night all the way up to the night of the full moon, the same way that you've set it up when you assemble your Poppet. Red candle, dark blue candle, incense, gold candle, salt, charged water, your herb mixture, your cotton, a needle and red thread, a cauldron, your crystals if you are going to be adding crystals to your herb mixture, your mortar and pestle, and of course practice fire safety when you are passing your Poppet over the flames. Make sure not to hold it too close to the flames so you don't catch it on fire. Same thing with the incense. When you are passing it through the incense, don't hold it too close. You don't want it to catch fire. Make sure you are chanting the chants as I stated, or you can create your own. Spells are always more powerful when you create your own chants, so I definitely suggest doing so. Rose petals. Rose petals are great for self-love, beauty, enchantment, desire, love, pleasure, excitement, purity, elegance, refinement, and healing. When doing work like this, I like to take rose petals and scatter them all over my altar. And given the fact that my Poppet will be sitting on my altar over the next 3 days while I do this, I feel it's fairly appropriate to allow me to sit on a bed of roses. And have a chat with Hecate. So maybe the aesthetic might be pleasing to some people's eyes. So I am going to show you what I see. as I was stuffing myself, I felt something behind me. For a quick second, I almost turned around to see who it was. I felt a very reassuring hand on my shoulder. And I know it was Hecate. She is with me with every working I do. And helps me in more ways than I can even describe. So doing this with your deity is definitely highly suggested. I'd love for you guys to be able to experience some of the things that I've experienced. Whether it be with Hecate or your patron deity. Having a deity is an amazing thing, and I know I can always count on her. So I hope this was okay for everybody. I'm never perfect when I do my lives, but I want to get the message out to everyone and show everyone, teach people to do things that I'm able to do, and hopefully see that it works for you. I forgot to put my hair in my doll, so I just added it. And then once my 3 nights are over and I seal my Poppet, I will leave my Poppet on my altar with Hecate. And if I feel the need to repeat again at the next full moon, I will do so. I hope anybody who tries this gets the results that they desire. I have a really good feeling about this, that I will achieve the results that I am seeking. Like I said, that feeling that I had behind me when I started stuffing her and chanting is a very overwhelming presence of her that was here with me. So I definitely think you're welcome, Christy. I think it'll be a great success for me, and I really hope it's a success. It's a success for any of you who try to do this. If nobody's got any questions, sorry, the video decided it wanted to stop playing. If nobody has any questions, I'm gonna give it a second. If you need me to list this in the event, I will do so. I'll probably get that done tomorrow. Oh, Gina, I'm happy to hear that. It makes me feel good. I know I felt the power from it. And just feeling that behind me, it kind of just blew my mind a little bit. I always feel her, sometimes a little stronger than other times, but tonight it just felt a little weird. And I think a lot of the reason why I felt her so strongly tonight is because I'm going through a little something. Hecate is, she tends to come to you when you are at a crossroads in your life. She is all about justice for women and justice for children, women who have been wronged and done wrong. Not to put my business out there like that, but I was wronged by a man. the person that I am supposed to be spending the rest of my life with has wronged me. Today, I found out about that wrongdoing. And I feel like she was here more so tonight than she has been in previous workings because of what I am going through right now. So never doubt when you're going through something and you're doing magical workings. Don't ever doubt that your deity has got your back. I know mine does, and continually work with your deities. Don't neglect them. When you neglect them, that's when they tend to stray. They need to be honored and talked to and spoke to every single day. You're essentially wanting them to be a part of you, and in order for that to happen, you have to build that relationship with them. You can't build a relationship with them if you're not doing it on a daily basis. So even if it's just lighting a candle and having a short 5-minute conversation, that helps to build a rapport, or if I'm probably not saying the correct words, it helps to build a relationship with your deity. So don't ever forget to do something, even if it's placing an offering for your deity on a daily basis. So that's all I've got for you guys tonight. I hope whoever chooses to do this, I hope it works out for you. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to send me a message. You're welcome, Casey. I am glad. You're welcome, Jody. You're welcome, Carolyn. Any questions, send me a message. Tomorrow I will put the chant and the steps for the next 2 days in the event, so you can reference back to that. No, you're damn right. It's correct. It's been quite an adventure, and I am extremely blessed to be working with Hecate. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night, what's left of your weekend. I am going to finish up what I'm doing here and do some studying tonight. I've got finals here next week, and then it's the end of the semester for me until January 17th. So I hope you all have a great night. And again, if you've got any questions, send me a message. I will update the event with the rest of the information. Enjoy your night, ladies. Blessed be.